sun had set, casting a warm golden hue over the vast African savanna. As the last rays of light dipped below the horizon, the landscape transformed into a realm of shadows and whispers. The day creatures retreated to their shelters, and the night dwellers began to stir. Darkness fell upon the African savanna, enveloping it in a blanket of mystery. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the night began to emerge. Crickets chirped, and the distant calls of nocturnal birds echoed through the stillness. A yellow mongoose, sleek and agile, moved through the tall grass with a sense of purpose. Its eyes, adapted to the low light, scanned the surroundings for any signs of movement. The mongoose was a master of the night, perfectly at home in the darkness. It was hunting for food, driven by an insatiable hunger. The mongoose's diet was varied, and it was always on the lookout for its next meal. Tonight it was particularly alert, knowing that the cover of darkness provided both opportunities and dangers. Insects, rodents, anything it could find. The mongoose's keen senses guided it through the night, its ears twitching at the slightest sound. Every rustle in the grass could be a potential meal or a sign of danger. The mongoose sniffed the air, its whiskers twitching with anticipation. The scent of prey was faint but unmistakable. It followed the trail, its body low to the ground, moving with a fluid grace that belied its small size. It picked up a scent and darted towards it, its movements quick and precise. The mongoose's agility was its greatest asset, allowing it to navigate the terrain with ease. It was a relentless hunter, driven by the need to survive. The mongoose dug furiously with its sharp claws, the earth flying in all directions. It was determined to reach its prey, its focus unwavering. The sound of its digging was a stark contrast to the quiet of the night. It unearthed a juicy beetle and devoured it quickly, savoring the taste. The beetle's hard shell crunched under the mongoose's sharp teeth. It was a small victory, but every meal was crucial in the harsh environment of the savanna. The mongoose continued its search for food, ever vigilant. The night was still young, and there were many more opportunities to be had. It moved silently, its senses on high alert, ready to react to any sign of prey or predator. It was a dangerous time to be out. The cover of darkness provided safety, but it also hid many threats. Larger predators roamed the savanna, their eyes gleaming in the moonlight. The mongoose had to be cautious, always aware of its surroundings. Predators were also on the prowl, their hunger driving them to hunt. Lions, hyenas, and other nocturnal hunters moved through the night, their presence a constant threat. The mongoose knew it had to stay one step ahead to survive. The mongoose needed to find shelter soon. The night was full of dangers, and a safe place to rest was essential. It scanned the area, looking for a burrow or a hidden nook where it could take refuge. It stumbled upon a burrow entrance, a potential sanctuary. The mongoose approached cautiously, its senses on high alert. It needed to be sure that the burrow was unoccupied or that its current resident was not a threat. A ground squirrel peeked its head out, its nose twitching. The two animals regarded each other for a moment, each assessing the situation. The ground squirrel, sensing no immediate danger, allowed the mongoose to approach. The mongoose hesitated for a moment, then darted inside. The burrow was a safe haven, a place to rest and regain its strength. The mongoose curled up, its body relaxing as it settled into the warm earth. The ground squirrel retreated deeper into its burrow, making space for the mongoose. The two creatures shared the shelter, each finding a measure of safety in the presence of the other. The night continued on, the savanna alive with the sounds of nocturnal life. The ground squirrel family felt safe in their burrow. The entrance was well hidden. They had dug many tunnels and chambers, but they needed food. The father squirrel decided to venture out. It was a risky decision, but hunger outweighed his fear. The father squirrel emerged cautiously. His nose twitched, detecting any danger. He saw nothing unusual. The coast was clear. He scurried out, heading towards a patch of delicious-looking roots. He was a safe distance from the burrow now. The father squirrel started digging, oblivious to the danger lurking nearby. Unseen by the squirrel, a Cape Cobra was on the move. Its scales blended perfectly with the sandy ground. A deadly predator, it was hunting for its next meal. The cobra sensed the vibrations of the squirrel digging. It slowly slithered closer, its tongue flicking in and out. The cobra was incredibly patient. It waited for the perfect moment to strike. The squirrel was close now, completely unaware of the danger. The cobra tensed its body, ready to pounce. It was only a matter of time. The father squirrel finally sensed something was wrong. He looked up and saw the cobra inches away, ready to strike. He froze in terror. There was nowhere to run. He let out a high-pitched distress call, a desperate plea for help. The sound reached the mongoose inside the burrow. It recognized the call of distress. The mongoose knew it had to act fast. The squirrel's life was in danger. Without hesitation, the mongoose darted out of the burrow. It was time to confront the deadly cobra. Section 5. Emerging from the burrow. In the heart of the wilderness, a small burrow lay hidden beneath the underbrush. This burrow was home to a fearless mongoose, a creature known for its agility and bravery. As the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue over the landscape, the mongoose stirred from its slumber. It was time to face the challenges of the day. The mongoose emerged from the burrow with lightning speed. Its eyes scanned the surroundings, ever vigilant for any signs of danger or opportunity. The morning air was filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, but the mongoose was focused, its senses heightened. Suddenly it spotted a cobra, coiled and ready to strike. The mongoose moved swiftly, startling the cobra and interrupting its attack. The two creatures locked eyes, each aware of the other's lethal potential. The cobra turned its attention to this new threat. Its body tensed and it began to sway, preparing to defend itself. The mongoose, undeterred, held its ground, ready for the confrontation. It reared up, spreading its hood wide, hissing menacingly. The cobra's display was meant to intimidate, but the mongoose was not easily frightened. It had faced such threats before and knew how to handle them. The mongoose stood its ground, fearless in the face of danger. Its small size belied its courage and determination. This was a battle of wits and reflexes, and the mongoose was ready. The cobra was much larger than the mongoose. Its venom was deadly, capable of paralyzing its prey within moments. But the mongoose had an advantage that few other creatures possessed. The mongoose was quick and agile. It could dart in and out of danger with remarkable speed. This agility was its greatest asset in the face of such a formidable opponent. It had sharp teeth and claws, perfect for gripping and tearing. These natural weapons made the mongoose a formidable hunter, capable of taking down prey much larger than itself. And most importantly, it had a resistance to snake venom. This unique adaptation allowed the mongoose to survive bites that would be fatal to other animals. It was a true survivor, built for the harsh realities of the wild. This was going to be an epic battle. The mongoose and the cobra, two of nature's most skilled fighters, were about to engage in a deadly dance. The outcome was uncertain, but one thing was clear. This was a fight for survival, and neither creature would back down easily. Section 6. A Dance of Death. In the heart of the jungle, where the air is thick with humidity and the ground is a tapestry of fallen leaves, a deadly encounter unfolds. The dense greenery hides many secrets, but today it reveals a battle for survival. The cobra lunged at the mongoose, its fangs bared, glistening with venom. This was not just a random attack, it was a calculated move, a strike meant to end the mongoose's life in an instant. The mongoose dodged the attack with incredible speed, its agile body moving like a shadow. It had faced such threats before and knew that one wrong move could be its last. It darted around the cobra, trying to find an opening. The mongoose's eyes were sharp, its senses heightened. Every muscle in its body was coiled, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. The cobra struck again and again, its deadly fangs missing their target. Each strike was a testament to its lethal precision, but the mongoose was always a step ahead, evading with a grace that seemed almost supernatural. The mongoose was too quick, its movements a blur. It was as if time slowed down for the mongoose, allowing it to anticipate and react to the cobra's every move. The air was filled with the sounds of hissing and growling, a symphony of survival. The cobra's hiss was a warning, a promise of death, while the mongoose's growl was a declaration of defiance. The two creatures moved with lightning speed, their bodies a blur of motion. It was a dance of death, a primal ballet where only the strongest would survive, a blur of motion, a dance of death. Each movement was precise, each strike calculated. The jungle watched in silence, bearing witness to this ancient ritual. The mongoose knew it couldn't keep dodging forever. It needed to find a way to end this deadly dance. Its eyes locked onto the cobra, calculating its next move with deadly precision. It needed to deliver a fatal blow. The opportunity presented itself. With a burst of speed, the mongoose lunged, its sharp teeth aimed at the cobra's vulnerable neck. The outcome of this battle would be decided in an instant, a testament to the relentless struggle for survival in the wild. Section 7. A victorious retreat. The cobra lunged again, exhausted from its efforts. The mongoose saw its chance. It dodged the attack and counterattacked with incredible ferocity. The mongoose sunk its teeth into the back of the cobra's head. It held on tight, its teeth piercing the snake's scales. The cobra thrashed wildly, trying to shake off the mongoose, but the mongoose held on tight. Its grip was like a vice. The cobra's movement slowed. It was weakening. The mongoose had won. It let go of the cobra and stepped back. Section 8. Gratitude and relief. The cobra, defeated and injured, slithered away. It knew it had lost this battle. The mongoose watched it go, making sure it didn't pose a threat anymore. The father squirrel, who had been watching the entire ordeal, let out a sigh of relief. He was alive. The father squirrel approached the mongoose, nodding his head gratefully. The mongoose had saved his life. He scurried back to the burrow, eager to return to the safety of his family. The mongoose watched him go, then disappeared into the night. Section 9. A night to remember. The mongoose had proven its bravery once again. It had faced a deadly predator and emerged victorious. It had saved the life of the ground squirrel. This was just another night on the African savanna. But for the ground squirrel family,